And I want to start the video by thanking our subscribers, our die-hard fans. We really appreciate you. The returning, the new subscribers, we appreciate you. We thank you. We really are happy. And I want to start by saying we always pray, by the way, and I tell you the truth. We pray for you. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord enlarge you. May the Lord shield you, protect you together with your family. Because we really appreciate you coming here to this channel, advising us, correcting us, actually telling us about your heart in details. We don't take that for granted. We appreciate liking our videos and actually subscribing. We appreciate so much. And today, guys, we are going to talk about several things. And to top the list, we want to talk about these people. These people are resilient. They are hardworking. They are patient. They can persevere until they attain their goal. Who am I talking about? You know the tingo, the people of Jamaica. I have always, let me talk about myself. I have always sat here and told you that I have learned a lot about our sisters and our brothers in Jamaica. And I am running bit by bit that these people are great people and they don't give up until they attain their goal, until they reach their vision, until they get what they want. The Jamaicans people never ever give up. And no wonder we have so many great men and women of Jamaica that are topping there in the whole world. And to start it all, our ancestors from Jamaica, the great heroes of Jamaica, mention them: Marcus Garvey, Nana, Bob Marley, people who fought, who struggled, who persevered until Jamaica became independent, and there are others that I have not mentioned, and until Jamaica was out of slavery, like Nana. This is because their inborn is that they have to work and persevere until they attain their goal. Look at Bob Marley. He started music. And you know the journey of music is not that easy. To get people that are ready to watch you, to get people that are glued to your music, it takes a patient person. It takes a hardworking person. It takes a resilient person. A person who does not give up. A person who is passionate about what they are doing. And that is what Jamaicans are. And that is why Bob Marley is known all over the world. Because he persevered. He worked hard. He actually struggled to be there on top so that we can learn all about him. It takes a strong heart. It takes a hard-working person. It takes a resilient soul to be where Bob Marley is. And not even those ones. Even the current. Let us look at Miss Universe pageant. Before you become a Miss Universe, you have gone through a lot of stages, a lot of training, a lot of hard work, a lot of, I cannot even be able to say. And you have won Miss World, you have won Miss Jamaica, you have won all those titles for you to come to the top and become Miss Universe. You have competed with the beauties of the world and you have won the title. And do you know, guys, Jamaica has ever taken this title of Miss Universe 2010. They took the title of Miss Universe 2010. And this woman, she had to really work. She had to really persevere. She had to really be patient. She had to really do great work to be Miss Universe. And she's none other than Yendi Phillips. Yendi Phillips was the Miss Universe 2010. You can imagine the effort that this lady put, the hard work that this woman put, the resilience that this woman put, the struggles up the ladder, and she never gave up until she attained the top seat. And not even that, guys. Do you know, in 2019, the whole world was mesmerized by the voice of a Jamaican woman singing in the Miss World pageant. And she was none other than Ronnie Ann Singh. Ronnie Ann Singh. Imagine conquering all the beauties of the world, and you appear there on top, and your voice is heard by the whole world. And as I was listening to her singing in Miss World 2019 pageant, I was saying, wow, these great people are resilient, they are hardworking, they are patient, they don't give up until you go there at the top. As I listened to her voice, I was saying, wow, wow, what a great voice. What a great young woman. And I'm not very sure whether she won the title that year, but she actually entertained the whole world with her song, a Whitney Houston song that says, I will not, is it give up? Or rather, I will not give in my color, my status, my where I come from, so that you can love me. And I loved that song as I listened to her sing that song. That is how Jamaica is resilient. That is how Jamaica are hardworking. And that is why I sit here every day, guys, to talk about these great people. Because they have taught me a lot in life. That in order to be on the top there, I have to be resilient. I have to be hardworking. I have to be persistent. I have to be patient. I have learned a lot from these great men and women of Jamaica. Not to mention Bob Marley, whomever I have just mentioned, and the achievements that Bob Marley had. Let us come to the field events. Sorry for that. The field events and the track events. Jamaica has been on top there in the short distance races and in the field event. Look at Anne Fraser. Is it Fraser? Anne Fraser. She has been on top there in the field event and even in the track event. In 2008, she won a 100 meters race at both 2008 Beijing Olympic Games and 2012 London Games. This woman defeated so many women that were participating in these races, a 100-meter sprinter in 2008 in Beijing Olympics and in 2012 in London Olympics. She emerged the first. Actually, she attained a gold medal. Can you see how Jamaicans are hardworking? Can you see how resilient they can be? Can you see how perseverance they can be? To get to the top there, you must have worked very hard. You must have persevered a lot. You must have overcome a lot of obstacles to be on the top there. And this great woman, Anne Fraser, won the 100 meters race in the Beijing Olympics and in London Olympics. And not even that. She won the silver medal in 2020 Tokyo Olympics. Imagine, great work, great effort, hard work, sleepless nights. And this woman did not give up until she won these races. And not even her. We have talked about Usain Bolt, a great sprinter that comes from Jamaica. For you to win the sprinter races, you must have practiced a lot, done hard work, defeated all the obstacles, persevered, and you come to the top there and you win the sprinter in the track event. And not even those ones. Look at Boas Homod. Is it Homod? Boas Bias Homod. The Jamaicans in the house can help me to pronounce that. Bias Homod. He is a reggae singer. And by the way, I have not even mentioned a quarter of the great men and women of Jamaica. There are so many reggae musicians in Jamaica. There are so many other genre musicians in Jamaica. We cannot be able to count them. I've just given you an example to show you the resilient, the hard work, the not giving up in the Jamaican people. And that is why we find them in the top there, irrespective of the fact that it is a small island. They are not so big in population, and yet we have seen there in the world record, in the Miss Universe, in the track events, in the field events, in music, and in so many things. Jamaicans never ever give up. They will work until they achieve their purpose, they achieve their goal, they achieve their vision. These great people have really taught me to be resilient in what I do, to be hardworking in what I do, to be patient without giving up until I attain my goal, my vision, until I reach my destiny. Thank you to the people of Jamaica. Every day you teach us. You actually motivate us. As Africans, we really admire you. And I'm talking about myself in particular. I admire you and how far you have gone as a country, how far you have gone as a people. We really appreciate you. So, the other part of the video, I wanted to talk about Africans. And I think nowadays, I'm really thinking about Africans because I'm seeing our countries in Africa are actually going down and down economically, financially, because of some things that are not going well with us. One of the enemy of the African people is lack of unity, lack of love for one another. And I think I've said this in another video, but I repeat it again. We don't have unity. We don't have love for one another. We are divided along the tribal lines. And this is brought about, by the way, by politicians, because they want to divide us in a way they can be able to control us. They can be able to drive us to the direction they want. And it is a high time we refuse to be used by politicians and we stand united, just like what Marcus Garvey dreamt about. A united Africa, an independent Africa, both economically, physically, mentally. We have to fight to be united. We have to reject the demon of tribalism, the demon of corruption, the demon of classism that makes us to be where we are today. Africa is rich. It is one of the richest continents. We have oil in Nigeria, and even here in Kenya, I hear there is oil. We have oil in Sudan. We have cocoa in Ghana. We have so much, even in South Africa. There are mines. We have a lot of minerals. We have a lot of agricultural produce. We have great nations with a lot of tourism sites. We have great people with great minds. Come to think, the M-Pesa invention, it was done by a person here in Kenya. The African people are creative. They have great minds. We have diverse culture Instead of using this culture to divide us, we should use this culture to take us to the next level, to build us, to actually build our economy, so that just like Marcus one time dreamt, we can be independent financially, we can be independent physically, we can be independent mentally. That should be our dream. That should be our vision. That should be our goal. And let me tell you guys, everywhere where you see tribalism, everywhere where you see people dividing according to the type of names they are called, according to where they come from, according to who is in the government and in their tribe, that one can never bring us up. It will always pull us down. And the minute we realize that, we don't consider ourselves as coming from a particular area, coming from a particular root, we will embrace one another as a united Africa, a one Africa. And there is someone I saw in the comment section saying, why don't we use the same currency? Why don't we open our borders to everyone? Why don't we interact as Africa one? Not as Kenyans, not as Ugandans, not as Tanzanians, not as the different countries we come from. As one people, one Africa. And this was the dream of the great men that were there before us. We saw Bob Marley singing a song telling us to unite. There is another guy who has sang a song about unity. The tribal wars in Africa, and he's called John somebody. People have sang songs. People have talked to us. People have encouraged us and told us what we should do to be a great continent. There is someone who said that he dreamt Africa being a great continent where the others look upon for their prosperity. And that we can be. But we have to be united. We have to work together. Because where there is unity, there is power. And when there is unity, God commands his blessings there. The more we get divided, the more the power of God moves away from us. And we cannot go anywhere when we get divided. So it's my humble request that our African brothers and sisters, just like we have seen in the Caribbean, in Jamaica specifically, out of many, one people, one love, we unite under the same umbrella of black people. And we can go very far away. We can attain a lot. I have told you our continent is rich. Our continent has the ability. Our continent can do so many things. But as long as we practice tribalism, corruption, and selfishness, we cannot go anywhere. So it's a high time, Africa, we wake up and unite as one people. And we fight our greatest enemy, poverty. We fight our greatest enemy, corruption. Our greatest enemy, tribalism. Our greatest enemy, and become who God destined us to be, a great Africa. I was listening to Museveni's daughter, the daughter to the president of Uganda, and she was saying she dreamt a big Africa, a united Africa, an Africa that was independent financially, mentally and physically. And she was telling people, we cannot achieve this if we continue to be divided, if we continue to practice corruption, if we continue to be selfish. We want to accumulate money to ourselves. We want to fill our bank accounts. We want to be the greater people in the whole world. And where does these riches go after you die? It is destroyed by your own children because it's not blessed. But when you acquire something, by being straightforward, even in heaven that thing is blessed. So Africa, wake up, we unite. We become one people, one love. Now, The last part of my video will focus on the mwango. There's so many people that are talking about, what is the name of this girl? Shane and the mwango. And they are telling Shane, you are being cheated on. Shane, you are being used. Shane, you have become a slave of the mwango. Shane, this and this. Shane, these shenanigans and these shenanigans. And let me tell you guys, there are people here who are the enemies of prosperity, enemies of friendship, enemies of going up. And Shane, these are the people that are telling you that you have become a slave. You are being used. After all, the mwango sacrificed a lot of money. Actually, I was listening to her the other day, and she was saying from Jamaica to Trinidad and Tobago, she said, I think she paid $400 per person, the air ticket. And then from Trinidad and Tobago to Grenada, she paid $450. If you calculate that money, it's not a little money. It's a lot of money that this woman has sacrificed to make Shane go to all these regions. And therefore, I know Shane appreciates this a lot. But there's so many negative people on the streets of social media that want to destroy friendship, that wants to destroy what is there between two people. Shane realizes the sacrifice that the mwango is making to see him on top there. We all witnessed the growth in Shane in terms of his YouTube channel and in terms of vlogs, the traveling vlogs. He would not have attained this if the mwango never paid for him, never held his hand and actually paid for him to accompany her. Some people are saying that the mwango is not actually the one who did what? Is not actually the one who is rusing. It is Shane who is rusing. This is a situation whereby Shane was actually sponsored by the mwango to go to the Caribbean islands. And we have all seen she's catering for his accommodation, his food, his transport from one place to the other, his air ticket, and that is not easy. I think some of the people who are talking here don't know what kind of money is used during traveling. A lot of money is used during traveling. And to have someone else going with you when he's relying on you, it's not easy. It's a lot of sacrifice. It's a lot of love shown to Shane by the mwango. And therefore, stop interfering in the relationship between these two, in their friendship. Let them be. Let them travel until they go back to Jamaica. Because Dee has proved that she can take care of Shane. She never left him in Trinidad and Tobago. She actually took him to Grenada, and now they are in where? Where are they? Which is this country where they are? Guys, I'll tell you when I remember. They are in another land. And it is taking a lot of sacrifice, a lot of hard work, a lot of financial sacrifice to go to those Caribbean islands. And therefore, it's not good when people talk a lot and they don't know what it involves. Are they in St. Elizabeth? Something like that. St. Vincent? I'm not very sure. So, please stop interfering with Shane. Let him work. He's going to be dependent soon because he has a channel, and he's going to pay for his traveling vlogs. And therefore, for the time being, he needs Dee to be able to kick off and become his own driver and become independent. And therefore, let Dee do what she's doing for Shane and let Shane appreciate. So guys, I think I'll stop at this and I'll say God bless you till we meet again.